is back on the campaign trail just 2 days after a federal indictment. What former President Trump is telling his supporters. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jennifer Bisram in for Jessica Moore. In less than 72 hours, a former President Trump will be walking into another courthouse as he faces federal charges. But today, as CBS 2's Scott MacFarlane reports, he focused on rallying his political base.
Just after touching down and then taking the stage in Georgia, Donald Trump wasted little time slamming special counsel Jack Smith's indictment, which charges Trump with 37 federal criminal counts, including obstruction and conspiracy.
The ridiculous and baseless indictment of me by the Biden administration's weaponized Department of Injustice will go down as among the most horrific abuses of power in the history of our country.
The charges allege Trump knowingly kept and risked exposing records with America's top secrets, including nuclear and military capabilities, showing some to a writer and to a political ally, and of trying to cover it up, attempting to convince his lawyers or to work around his lawyers to circumvent a search warrant.
But I never thought such a thing could happen to America. As far as the joke of an indictment, it's a horrible thing.
Speaking before a Greensboro, North Carolina crowd that Trump himself would address hours later, Mike Pence also criticized the prosecution.
And I'm deeply troubled to see this indictment move forward.
Some Republican voters who came to hear Trump speak tonight said they expect the case will give Trump a political surge.
I think he gets stronger with an indictment.
He's getting stronger.
But the legal peril is real when Trump faces a judge in Miami Tuesday afternoon, says Florida-based criminal attorney Michelle Suskauer.
The federal government is not playing here. They've done their investigation. They have their documents. They have their photographs. They have their witnesses, and they are ready to go.
With charges carrying a maximum of decades in prison and making Trump the most famous criminal defendant in U.S. history.
This is all going to get very real for him.
Scott MacFarlane, CBS News.
And look for much more on Trump's indictment tomorrow morning on Face the Nation beginning at 10:30 right here on CBS 2.